Hello, Fambul. Una good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to another edition of How the Go Inside the Republic. I'm happy to be here again. It don't say T-boy and take me, send me on vacation. Even give me pocket money, but I'm happy to be here again. And I want to start off by saying Ramadan Mubarak and Ramadan Kareem to all the Muslims out there, and we Christian brothers and sisters, we Christian brethren there. We hope say the Lenten season they go well for una. Let God make all the prayers them where we they pray be of benefit to we families, to we community, to we country and the world at large. We're happy to be here again with another edition of How They Go Inside the Republic, this time with updates and analysis. If you dey join me for the first time and you not only see me face a lot, we na T-Boy no more, you don't see me na Juma Ba, one of the co-hosts of this program. And I want to say welcome to T-Boy. And thank you to Ram for introducing our new program, The Lamp. T-Boy, welcome to How They Go Inside the Republic. Talk to Fambulem and tell them. T-Boy, you're muted right now.
No, Nadi Fange. Hello and welcome to another edition of How They Go Inside the Republic, and welcome to the Thursday edition live. Well, Juma, I know say they tell people and say you're not a stranger, but I don't know how much of a stranger you be. But anyway, if you say you're not a stranger, well, you holiday where you get done. But Fambulem, Juma always they go on special assignment. In this clip, the assignment will send Ampa. Not one when I can local one because we don't begin for readjust in appointment schedule them. But anyway, welcome to you guys. Welcome. And it's been a while. It's been a long time. But as we all know, the commitment level and they increase every single day. So it's got as much as possible for make sure say we begin come back live. We don't make promises tell more, but definitely like Juma say no more. The lamp don't come for brightening up the area. So with the lamp, anytime outside, how they go no day, the lamp will play. Well, Juma, it's again for do your lamp program no more, so not to me one green no more.
Yeah, time they come, I'll get for do the your lamp program. But thank you. I think it's a good concept, and I see people in the warm-up program as well. And for we viewers them on how they go inside the the lamp is just one of many programs. If we're not aware, we been get zooming in where we do, and we always did one. So those programs are set for specific issues. Zooming in is usually an exclusive program. Then we get what's that one again? Before we go
look me, I look you.
Look me, I look you there. You
and
know,
they'll get back to back.
Back to back. You know, all of those programs are there, and definitely on our suggestions them as well go help with for improve the platform with content and everything we do now. But as soon as I know times that they change, and we have other commitments because, like we've always said, Sierra Media is not a monetized platform. We can if we want to, but we decided to not do, monetize it for right now. So at least we make sure say the information we come out here, so not be subjective, it benefits we all. Because the moment where you begin monetize something, you get so many other restrictions as well and so many other terms and conditions we get from it. So, but we want for the Sierra Media platform be an authentic platform for our viewers, our listeners, our followers, and make sure say we tell the African stories we own way. However, when we say we know they monetize, and does not mean say we know they accept donations. Anything we improve the platform, we can, but we know they ask, and we know they say, it's not a business transaction, say you get for donate for the program. No, that's not what we do here. But if you generously, like some other people, get people every came just cut out, say, oh, we give that $20, £20, £50 here and there, we can appreciate them. And some of those funds we use for our community programs, because we do a lot of community events and for free, both in the UK and in Sierra Leone mostly. Not so much yet in the US, but hopefully soon that will change. So them donations then they can go towards that or can go towards our charitable donations them what they do as well. So just one for filling that in. Donations are welcome, but CRGM Media is a free platform where we not monetize. So we apologize to Una for raising our hopes and all the other can reach out to we, for us, hey, Una come on again regularly, we did try. But Una self no say igbabango, easy. Today, na update and analysis because Boku things that they have we don't miss on, miss out on. And so we just want for touch based on a snippet. If una say any issue where on a note where we on want follow let be a point of discussion today, please bring it up. If we don't have the answers, we'll ask you more questions or make Leona contribute. Tibo, over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Juma, for that update. And I believe, say strongly, yes. I know they apologize to people and for say yes, we haven't been around for some time, but definitely, I have to say, we need a promise, but we'll try as much as possible for this on a regular basis. Updates. To be honest to you, me, I don't go blank about the salon community for the past, I would say for the past 4 months.
Okay, I want to let you be quick.
Okay.
Yeah, just hold it there on the update and all of that. Well, you not go blank, but it's just that you pick and choose which you follow. Because you might not know how much information or how much things that you are aware of where other people are not aware of. So because we still get a situation wherein sometimes people from Sierra Leone, when we call them for something, and then they ask, say, "How na manage no na they and na first day hear this." So we are clued up in a way. However, the reason I make us say, let you hold up. Sierra Media, we have a tradition. We're a community platform for every Sierra Leonean. And I sure say so many burying them, we don't lost so many people them, in the communities. But there are certain people where now community people we don't impact or where they impact people them life them in so many ways them, particularly in the UK where we they see today there was a hot, burying, the loss of a community member, Mariana, as she's commonly known. We just want for extend with condolences to the family, the friends, the UK community, and Sierra Leoneans all over the world. We don't relate with them, we don't touch life with them, and all of that. So I just wanted to bring that in as with tradition, Naya, before we move on. So since you the UK, I want to pass the ball over to you again on that.
Well, like you say, this is a hard training situation for many people, especially for me as well, because Mariana is not just somebody that I know. I go say an in-law as well, and may her soul gently rest in peace, because it's a sad news this morning when they wake me up for say she passed away. But it's been a lot in the UK. Last week we also have another death, another lady who passed away. We named himself named Effie, now a former Ahmadiyya student. And of course, we all know subsequently within the past couple of months, we've lost so many other people. We the most recent one before all these two was Madani. And I believe say it's getting too much for people in the UK. And people are always now thinking, what's going to happen next? Who is next? Who is this? Who is that? And it's really confusing for like we see young people away. I would say young people in per se, because no matter how much old these people are, we still seeing them like they're young because they not reached the climax point yet in life.
And they're
so
active,
it's very sad. Sorry?
I said, and they are active and vibrant people.
Oh yes, they've been active in the community. They've made their own contribution to the community. Of course, Famatawe passed away last week, has been actively involved in Ahmadiyya Old Students Association organization structure. Of course, Mariana Dondia, so for decades now, and her involvement in the community has been great over the years. So it's really, really touchy for make you they wake up by then kind of sad news there. So every other day in your life, you just the anxious for see what thing will happen on Facebook this morning or the WhatsApp group the way you did, which message will come up. So it's really, really frustrating. And we get other members them of various different communities, them in groups and back again. We don't lost parents. We actually lost him a couple of weeks ago. So it's not been easy at all for the UK community. We've lost so many people who are very close to the community, who has been making serious contributions to the community in their own little ways. So we pray that their souls rest in peace, and we hope say the one they were left behind be able to get solace and be able for take heart, because this is not an easy period for every single one of them. We could be very close or even not too close to these individuals. So may the
Yeah.
Lord continue for making their soul rest in peace.
Amen. Thank you so much for that. And T-Boy, you saying this, the Madiana is somebody I know, but it's not, we were close, but she was prominent in her own way, whether entertainment, this or that, she was a community person. You look at her in that way. She had so many friends, so many family members we don't build over the years, across the board, UK, Sierra Leone, as well as the United States and other parts of the world. But there are a few things you mentioned. Abes, we lost. Madani, we lost, and now Madiana, and countless other people. But the reason why I make her say this, the Madiana, in as much as we're not close, but it brought back a fresh memory of the loss of lives during COVID. The death that we happened during COVID, the back to back, because we were very involved doing all those Zooms. Like sometimes they do 2 or 3 Zooms when I just burying them. Or make sure say families are connected to have closure or say goodbye in one way or the other, or participate in the sending home of their loved one. So midday all the way, so about 2 or 3 thousand miles away, but I was touched by her death. And the lesson we will for learn from this as a community. And you say the question people are scared are asking, if it's Madiana today, is it going to be me tomorrow? Who's next? So, unity is what we need. This don't show, say, the Sierra Leonean diaspora community, now a small, close-knit community. If something happen, it will impact you directly or indirectly, or we all sabi we serve somewhere somehow. And social media don't make them easier. So why we not go unite and left the Alpha Feds, the Alpha, Plaba, the Alpha beefing, and try for unite and support we serve as a community. For me, death like this, the Abes, the Madanis, the Madianas, now that's a take out of them. So it's a reminder, say, let we let we serve, let we hold we serve, let we support we serve, not only in time of death. So I just wanted to throw that in before we carry on with the program. Over to you.
For add up to what you just said, on a very serious note, I think over the past 10 years, well, I'll not say exactly 10 years, but since COVID totally go out of the window for the UK community, I think the community has come together in so many different aspects. Because when you say the community is in disarray, people and they go about, they have fights, complaining about quarrelings all over the place. That has ceased since after COVID, because COVID make we understand, say, life too short. Let's come together and galvanize around each other and make each other happy in each and every way how we can. So I think that community empowerment don't become part of the community within the past 5 years or more. And I'm not just saying this because I want to give praise to the UK community per se, or London community per se, but we've had so many incidents that way for don't create issue, we just they die out, people talk it out, people come and amend problems the way they get in over the past couple of years. And I think that unity is kind of building up slowly and steadily at some point wherein everybody supports each other in their own different ways. So that support network has grown a lot, because sometimes when things they happen, you know, they're able to see the community, they come around. But I think they've been giving serious support to community members them, either bereave way or any kind of celebration we get for do something with, maybe enjoyment or debts. I think the community has gel in so many different ways in that capacity, which I think is growing. And
Right.
like you say, for loose then kind people are also within this particular time of the year, it will reinforce that state of community cohesion. We will become very much more common among the people where they live, especially in the London community, southeast to be precise. So I would say yes, there has been a huge amount of changes for over the past 5 years. We all man don't see the reality of what life is all about since after COVID, and people are taking things slightly differently from the way how they used to look at it a couple of years back, where Southeast been just full of confusion, fights, and this and that all the time. But I think that has cut down drastically, and I think the
Right.
movement of people coming together has been great over the past couple of years. So I will reaffirm that and say yes, there has been a lot of changes in terms of community cohesion and how people relate.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not indicting the community. I'm just reminding,
No, I know,
basically
I know, I know. It's good also for emphasize on the fact, say
to
these
love
are
each
issues.
other. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's continue to love each other. Let's continue to unite. Let's continue to push together as a people, as a community, because, like I say, losing someone or anything happen to somebody, could directly or indirectly impact you or impact somebody where you care about. So this is the reason why we need to stay together, Anyway, um, so let's go back to our program update and analysis in Sierra Leone. So this is the month of Ramadan, T-boy. We know what Ramadan look like, how we all can embrace each other, how we all can yagba for each other, how we all can support each other for send sunakati, for, send money at home, for example, for support the less privileged, the needy family members, they will know for say something or they, na that level they for able to provide for themselves, be Christians or Muslims, because but this time, how many you even get calls there for say Tibo Ramadan they come or waiting they happen for the Ramadan? Waiting are your updates on the Ramadan so far? How they go inside the Republic?
Ramadan, how they go to go? To be very honest, I don't know whether it's a coincidence, maybe something about just come more AFCON, but I have not personally received many phone calls from Freetown or from other parts of the world for Ramadan Sunakati or Ramadan Onkamo, something that happened. I think the community back in Sierra Leone has been reduced to something of a nature where you know they want for put yourself into that particular picture. But I think also there are so many people that we didn't expect say might possibly phone you and ask you for Ramadan. We sometimes go to think I'm otherwise say, hey, I don't want to put this person under pressure again because things are hard all over the world as well. And they are kind of aware about that as well. So basically, I have not received many phone calls like I used to a couple of years ago. But notwithstanding that, I have taken upon myself to say, whether those phone calls come or not, there are regular people that I send for which will not go by any time from next week or week after. But definitely, they will get the Sunakati or Ramadan money because that has been like a culture. But I would say in the UK, it's just the early days of Ramadan. Luckily, we will forget Sheikh Bimba, we've been there with we at the lamp yesterday, and it don't highlight some of the details of what's in the importance of Ramadan to us. And that program they still there on the page. So if you not happen for watch and please go and watch and make you get some kind of insight about what in Ramadan is all about and what will be the benefit if you fast during this month of Ramadan, or if you're not able for fast self during this month of Ramadan, how it will benefit you greatly. So Ramadan so far this year has been quiet, especially we don't can get then kind loss of people that really very close to the community. It will even make Ramadan become even more sadder because Ramadan has been a quiet moment in the UK already, and losing community people go make them extremely quiet. So even the iftar self we be getting at various different houses might be reduced because again people might be thinking, okay, I know I've been doing this every other year, but the loss of these people around kind of they kill the spirits, which is normal. But let's take heart. If you be they do iftar, please continue to do. If you be they call people them around for men and can breakfast, please continue to do that. We can do that day in honor of the people who lost over the past couple of years or of recent. So Ramadan has been quiet and it is going to be extremely quiet now. Looking at the situation then we don't get inside London within the past 5 or 10 days. These are like shocking news of losing loved ones within the community. So as much as we observe the month of Ramadan, many people are also sad alongside observing the month of Ramadan. But it's been very quiet pretty much. And like I said, Freetown has been quiet for me so far. But all the one way now be my regulars, then maybe they get the Ramadan Sunakati for me, they will still definitely possibly have it anytime
Right.
soon.
So
Yeah.
quick one, before I jump in, make sure say you send me with your own Sunakati, Marie MC. There's a reminder right there. Make sure say you send a Marie
Sunakati
MC.
they come for the one the way they no I need to talk because if you want Sunakati information say you don't now so call you for cook before you get Sunakati but definitely yeah
And the
all the one
Sunakati,
we don't use
the
forget
Sunakati.
Sunakati we get Sunakati for sure.
Anyway, um, yes. So you talk about tradition and culture wherein we don't make them a point of duty because it's a form of charity as well.
Yeah.
Where we always don't they look forward to for send for family members we own immediate as well as people around it or some people away you not mm, naturally they send for every month or frequently but you remember them say oh Ramadan don't reach la member this family la send for this me uncle or this me grandpa or this me family friend from a distance la send for them whatever little go help them so that's tradition really so and I'm glad we mentioned that. Let we try as a people not for break tradition and cultures because of situation. I know everybody's exhausted right now. Some people don't become so disgusted with Sierra Leone that they don't want anything to do with Sierra Leone, sadly. The last 6 years has caused so much issues and problems we make people they don't begin to disassociate themselves with the country we call home. But it's just a reminder for people not for forget. Say this is a tradition, this time bind we together, this goodness where you do that, let God bless you. You need to do it for let the person can worship you. But remember that you're helping somebody complete an act of worship, either Ramadan or Lent. So do your own good and left the rest to God. That's now one. Two, you mentioned Sheikh Bimba. I listened, shortly to the program, and he talked about 41 them we're not able for fast because of health reasons. Particularly, and that I learned a lot from that. So I meet up this highway mentioned, say you can use that waiting if now you be the fast in terms of monetary value, almost you for being spent for breakfast. If now £5 you go spend for breakfast, you can take that £5 a day and donate them to somebody, a family, or somebody say they badly need where they keep fast, so you're able for use them for breaking your own fast. So like that person did the fast on your behalf. Or it could be a charitable organization where they do goodwill. And you ask the question about does that have to this donation only therefore go to Muslim? They say preferably yes, because of the month of Ramadan. But it doesn't matter. If somebody they near you where they in need, where say this now family next door where they in need, wherever you are, whether in the UK or Salon or any side, you can donate to that person. Or you can send them at home. So imagine if you they breakfast wholeheartedly, say what you they cook now also, what you they use for breakfast. So if you put them in terms of monetary value, how much you go spend? Now one bread and ginger beer now you buy now £2.50, £2 50 or what? What will it cost you for breakfast? So if you use that day, you send them to somebody, that would be of benefit to them. So I just wanted to bring that up. But reality, T-boy, inside the republic, things wrong.
I know.
So things really, really strong. Rest now almost for 850,000 going towards a million leons for one bag rest. And so with Ramadan, if even 1 meal you dey eat a day as a family, so that means say now una all get for eat together as a family na house. Una get for cut fast. Even if you don't get sukoli, but una get for cut fast. But we know some people when they don't cut fast and they keep that half rest, they warm in the morning, they eat before they come out and go after their normal business. So let's say if na just rest no more in plazas, they no go make yebe, they no go make pap, all the other half things them. So if na just that rest in plazas, and you salary 800,000 for months, now you no more the work. Then the mama they do small business, Panamarkets, the pikin and they go school. How would you survive during Ramadan?
Well, that would be a challenging question, especially where you don't highlight the cost of living as alone where you don't high, and the amount of one bag rest, like you clearly say, is almost fast approaching a million. One has to think carefully before you make a decision of what to do, because at the end of the day, even though you're not having one meal a day now, you might be having 3 meals put together in a day, which is going to be extremely difficult. And say Ramadan gets an element of variety of food stuff. So basically, what you don't normally eat every other day is possibly what you should be, or what you are possibly going to have during Ramadan. Because if you look at the average Salon man way they eat every day, in primary food na rest. If you see they eat rest, that's it. Something once a day is fine. But when they break fast during the month of Ramadan, some people need to eat rest as their first food. Some go out for drink tea first, for warm the belly, some of that pap, for like a starter, and then you go begin get that alpha food like a akara, which is part of the tradition of Ramadan iftar food then anyway. So those are some of the things that might cost a lot of money, because during Ramadan, oil they go up, flour they go up, sugar they go up. Those are the three elements that increases in price during the month of Ramadan. What to make oil they go up? Because when they use oil for fry almost everything: fish, akara, plantain, bean akara, pancake, bottom belly. So basically, oil price they shoot up because every possible household go out for make akara. The second thing they shoot up again during Ramadan now sugar. What to make sugar they go up? Because majority of the people they keep fast, one for drink tea, one for drink pap, one for drink ogi pap. So all now elements of sugar consumption. So sugar can go up rocketed high during the month of Ramadan. And then you get now all the other basic necessities the way they add more cost of living into what you want for do for breakfast. So I agree with you. Say the cost of living is high, but you mentioned say let's not break the tradition. But if you can afford what you can afford that will be satisfactory to you for breakfast, just stick to that. I know if they say the Quran permits you for make you go do an extraordinary thing just because of you want to forget something for breakfast where nobody done in line with the deen. And it's just a lot. Sheikh Bemba make mention say if you day around you they fast but you not get time for breakfast or you not get person for cook for you. Of course the mosques are open in the UK when at the Brixton Islamic Cultural Center, and then you get the Beckham Mosque na Peckham and a few more other mosques them around. But it also highlights this is a time we have to encourage people and we the Canada mosque we might be new, which is fact, because at the end of the day, you get the I'm not gonna say the Ramadan Muslims them, but whether you put winner into that category, then I know put me into that category, then I will. But I think there's a lot of us when the Ramadan Muslim, the way Ramadan come, at that same day they make efforts for going to mosque or pray 5 daily prayer or do something religious. But there are a lot of people as well where they participate in active forms of Islam, but not necessarily during Ramadan. So if there's an opportunity for you, not for able to go to a mosque, but you know a family friend or family member or friend who you believe sits on them, they prepare food, now in host, make friends with that person. If that person is your friend already, then I think say it will be officially legal for make you breakfast now in host. I don't think that burden is on top of every other individual living in the UK. But not just the fact, say the times are different from the time they open in the go work. But if you're in Sierra Leone, of course, you know, say I no go say go na anybody also go na any mosque, but I think the mosque are still open. And there are other areas of concern where sometimes community people can prepare food for the community where then go put in one specific area, either the community center or some kind center or some kind household. We possibly get big yard where people that we don't use for go pray before. You know, so we get a half pray for the wedding a salon. And now that the essence of the half pray for the day where people can put together just because they want to make some side day for make community people and go pray. But I think say the mosque doors are open for breaking of fast during the month of Ramadan, and I feel say that there could be something where people then for consider if at all you don't have any means of breaking fast and you want for fast during this month of Ramadan, those are some of your few options. But I'm not pushing you to go and do the worst just because you want for breakfast. Making a kind of say then talking about share the media platform say now for gonna all them must die. I saw a video sometime early last week before the month of Ramadan starts. We a little bit controversial, but I think looking at the video, you can see the reason why make a feel to say Sheikh Bimba emphasized on the fact say there are many Muslims that will show up as your mosque that you've never seen before. You should accommodate them with open arms. There should not be any form of discrimination from the Muslims that you see today, from the ones that you've never seen. Not because of these guys are friends or family or people that you know, you should only serve them food or you should only open doors to them. This is the time that people goes to mosque. Encourage them to come a bit more.
T-boy.
Encourage them to participate so that they'll be able to understand about the deen. It also mentioned, say, is about collective love, wherein when you go to the mosque, you feel belong because you see your fellow Muslims and they worship the same way how they worship, so you don't feel like you're alone. And the
T-boy.
Prophet Muhammad say, we worship together. It means it should be a collective event or activity. Yes, Juma.
Yeah, so I don't say this not about Islamic program. I just want to follow viewers them understand, but just they put things into perspective because this is not the month of Ramadan and Lent. But more so Ramadan, it don't become a culture where it becomes a communal, a community kind of thing. So we they look at the social and economic aspects of Ramadan. Within the context of how they go inside the Republic Nasalon. So some of the things you mentioned is exactly what I wanted us to talk about because let people understand the impact of some of the bigger issues or political issues where they affect Sierra Leone. Hike of price. When the economy they go bad, when price go up, it affects everyone. And more so at a particular time, for example, this is Ramadan, they pick say this na APC Muslim, SLPP Muslim, opposition Muslim, you understand, or members of government Muslim, and people that were not in our government. The price hike, they affect everybody. The economic hardship, the impact on everyone. Whether you get money, you not get money, you get position or you not get position, you the poor person will be dance and vote yesterday. Yeah? You vote, an impact will affect you because when Ramadan reach, you pull your add up, you get fast. You understand me? You get for
Yeah.
cut. So if you not get them for cut fast, it go more you. If the economy they work, you get more philanthropists within the community we go donate to the mosque, to the attire base, to the community centers, and so on and so forth. But when the economy bad, when things are tight, I dey focus first on me own family. If my family gets then something left or able manage, then I go member me neighbor them, the mosque and the community. But if it dey e no do, it do e no over, na my own family I dey focus on. So these are the impacts of the decisions wey we dey make, political decisions wey go affect your social and economic life. For example, the Sunakati we talk about, the mosque and the community centers. I'm not sure there's going to be that much of donations like we used to see before. One.
True.
Two,
Mm-hmm.
me, there is a tradition where not a break, where if me household cook, whether it's sweet or a bitter, are they able for Sunakati me neighbor them. So I they pull a portion of what I cook, even if na small bowl pap or small bowl yebe or small 5 akara, one fish, you understand? One chicken leg. I go put on a small bowl, I wrap am, I can go for my neighbor, then let them say they eat. But if things wrong, this I talk about Sierra Leone. If things wrong, the way it's wrong, so you not go blame your neighbor if you not send Sunakati for you. Not so greedy, but you not get
That's true.
you not get them. So we'll look at it like on a Muslim problem, Ramadan. No, it's not. This is the political decisions we make that will affect and impact with social and economic lives. So if you look at the relationship, how they go inside the republic, now in this, are you happy with what you voted for? Before elections, let me say, if now elections for come in 2 months, by then tell me, the politician, all the donation, them, Honorable XYZ don't go donate 10 bag rice to this mosque.
That's true.
Minister XYZ don't go donate 500 bag rice under 100 bag cement. But election don't pass so. Election therefore can take 5 years back. So they don't need your vote. They don't need anything from you right now. Now you get for battle you can do for another 5 fast months. 5 Ramadan. So what till you been vote for 2023? Now you get for it 2028. Ramadan. Sometimes Ramadan will be after. So you don't get for benefits. I just say that throw that day out here now. Over to you.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. Like you say, the decisions we make 6 months ago are going to affect us currently as we speak. But we like you are like we just bring the reality elements of what in Ramadan means and how it affects we as Sierra Leoneans them based on the decision we make 6 months ago, which is what we are faced with right now. So to be honest to you, as much as cost of living is high, there are many other challenges alongside that. But at this particular month of Ramadan, as peaceful you might want things to be, but there are still a lot of concerns in so many areas that, like you say, the politicians don't need you no more, the councillors don't need you no more, the mayors don't need you no more, the members of parliament don't need you no more, the ministers don't need you no more. So your importance right now is just on the breadline of what you can afford or what you can get for your family to feed on. So if we say like we turn the decision where we make 6 months ago and come back to the reality of what we face right now, we can't. Like Ejuma say, if the economic situation as Salone is as difficult as it is, you dey get less amount of philanthropists than we go decide say, pardon me, well, when Ramadan starts, I dey make sure say I cook every single day for go left na various different mosque them. Some philanthropy they go dey we go say when Ramadan don start, so I dey make sure say I go donate two bag rice each na all the mosque them within my community. Some people then go say when Ramadan don't start, so I will go donate yabas, we difficult, we go ask for buy and tamatis because those are the stuff that will be expensive during Ramadan. But all now they go don't cut down to some level where you know able for know exactly whether you can afford to make these donations on a regular basis, either to the mosque the way you always don't they make them donation there also to, or to the people and within a community where you don't always use for serve during this month of Ramadan. So the importance of Ramadan is also as important as the economic state that we live in. For many people able to forget a Ramadan that they will be pleased or happy with, because when somebody is hungry is totally different from when somebody they fast, and people have been starving. Now that it is the month of Ramadan, how are they going to deal with the situation where they get for now starve, nothing for eat, because nothing only for eat for a whole heap of 12 hours or more, and then continue for starve because they don't even get food for breakfast. So how are they going to participate effectively during this month of Ramadan? Like Juma say, it is not an Islamic or Ramadan program, but it's just the reality of what we are faced with, and we get for look at them very closely. Because for some of us waiting at the diaspora, now basically we get for fund most of the iftar we get for happen at many houses in Sierra Leone as we speak. But how long can we be doing that? Because when you look at the reality of what's in the happen as alone, you don't want to continue to give handouts. You want people then for able for say, well, okay, Tego thinking I myself they work, or Tego thinking I myself they do XYZ, I able for bringing down legitimate amounts of resources into my household and look after my family. That has drastically changed over the past couple of years. And what we see now, we see what's in last Ramadan been sound like. By this time around, they will shape rest them now various different mosques because politicians were waiting because election was just around the corner. They will donate bags of onions and sugar to various different communities and household them because election was around the corner. So basically they were using this religious holy month for campaign and gain momentum for their numbers to grow within the Muslim community. We see politicians, they know they're going to mock self, we know they pray self, they all become Muslims overnight just because Ramadan was around the corner and they get to go pray every Friday in various different mosques in their community. They all became Muslims overnight. They all became Muslims that are donating to Muslims within their community. So it's been very much interesting to see how Ramadan they unfold in the Republic of Sierra Leone as we speak. But nevertheless, Sheikh don't give you a good insight of what it actually means. So these are some of the updates that we are free to say we want for come with we want for talk about, because there is a lot more we will get for talk about today on this particular element of the updates and analyze few things that will don't happen over the past couple of months after the June election. As we all know, a lot has happened. Just for throw a quick light on one of the activities that we go par. I think we will get for talk the Ramadan stuff continuously over this particular period of discussion, because we know for say is a paramount thing where they happen right now in this particular time in March, where now the holy month of the Muslim calendar. But I just left that one this small and can give a quick update on possibly some of the experience where gets when I go now the AFCON. I know it's over, it's like almost a month plus gone, but it's just about me sharing that sort of experience where I face now Abidjan and how I see the country and how the country don't develop, because I want to make some few comparisons, sometimes maybe to Sierra Leone, because I hear say that Abidjan they supply salon lights. Interesting. I'll be discussed for understand what's in the relationship between Ivory Coast and Sierra Leone. You meet some Ivorian, the way you see you're from Sierra Leone, you say, oh, you're from Sierra Leone, that's a nice place. But I begin to wonder, say, how can Sierra Leone be a nice place? You've been there before, you've heard anything about it, or you just complimenting me to say Sierra Leone is a nice place? Because as far as I know, Sierra Leone should be a nice place, but it is not as nice as you guys are saying it to me. So those are the questions I was asking Ivorians. Have you been to Sierra Leone? You don't see our Salon Town, you don't see Salon a picture, and I realized so most of them haven't. I bump into one or two. We say they know one or two Sierra Leonean people they live within a community, which I think is a norm because when you look at the Ivorian community, yes, there are a few Sierra Leoneans that are living there, and they don't live there for quite some time based on the fact that after the war broke up in Sierra Leone 25, 30 years ago, some people they may get for find their way into neighboring Guinea, some happen for go Senegal, some happen for go Ivory Coast, because there are different programs there for repatriating people that we be run away from the war in Salon because we embassies them we been there for the parts people them from different parts of the world to Europe to America. Then we get an embassy then they na Ivory Coast, Senegal, Gambia, and some be Guinea as well. So we end up forget a huge amount of Sierra Leone and then we be live in that part of the part of West Africa. But it's very interesting for no say the Abidjan we me be done the year but Petit Paris like a 30, 40 years ago has improved greatly. And can you imagine 30, 40 years ago then they call Abidjan Petit Paris, meaning small Paris. So whatever you might see in Paris back in the days is exactly some of the experience where you go get where you go now Ivory Coast, Abidjan to be specific. And it has improved greatly. Jim, I'll bring you come in small into this.
Yeah.
I know say I will talk about the experience we gets now Ivory Coast, but I don't say we come back and forth with the Ramadan thing because it's very important. This is not the holy month of the Islamic calendar. We're going to touch on them as we go along with the updates. But I would just want to throw light a little bit on the experience we have been getting at the AFCON and some of the things then where I see. I don't have a choice. I have to make those comparisons because 40 years ago, as I may have known, they may call Abidjan Petit Paris. So it has improved greatly. And 40 years ago, as I know, maybe, well, not 40 years ago, I would say 60 years ago, as I know, they may call Salon the anthems of West Africa. And that hasn't been the same when you want to compare Abidjan that used to be called Petit Paris and how it is like currently. What's your take?
Well, thank you so much for bringing that. So before I go specific to the Ivory Coast and for make some of the comparisons, I just want to touch on something very important because you make comparison now with countries and decisions that we make, political decisions that we make that impact us. In Sierra Leone, this Ramadan price then just they shoot up. As of January, them puts tariff 10% tariff on rice and other commodities when are we staples when are the things that we need for survive. Liberia had an elections, then swine then president not long ago. Immediately, it don't suspend all tariffs on rice. Rice, importation of rice, there is no tariff. So what you will find out, the rice price go down or it go normalize. Whereas Salon Leone, they continue for shoot up. So these are the impacts when we say, when you make a decision, not only polo and the thing where you just they dance for. Now the person we go can look after your interest after they don't announce them as winner. So I just want to make that quick. Let's go to your experience in France, in Ivory Coast. Sadly, I wasn't able to go because of work commitment. You know, kudos to you. T-Boy did a great job out there to make sure that it bring we you know, real life time updates. And one thing where people want for, where people go look for, no, Sierra Leone Media as a platform gets accreditation with CAF, the Confederation of African Football, the African Nations Cup, or anything we get for do with in competition. So Sierra Leone Media is recognized internationally. T-Boy went to what do you call it, Cameroon?
Cameroon, yeah.
Go cover them. He go Morocco, he cover the women's was it Nations Cup?
WAFCON, yeah, women's
Yeah,
WAFCON.
the women's Nations Cup. He go Ivory Coast. So Sierra Leone Media internationally is recognized and gets official invitation and accreditation like the BBC's, the CNN, any international. So I just wanted to bring that. So T-Boy's presence there was purely for work, not to inaugurate from my go show. No. The AFCON competition, where we see in Ivory Coast, has been one of the most organized when you compare to any FIFA standard competition. The way it was, the facilities, the infrastructure, and things like that. I was not there. T-Boy was there, but today we need to talk about the sports side of it. But I just want to highlight that. We'll get for do a program on other things. But coming to look at Ivory Coast as a country, comparing it to Sierra Leone. Yes, T-Boy don't mention that historical fact that they call Ivory Coast Petit Paris. One thing about Francophone countries, the France, when they colonize Ivory Coast and other African countries, there, France still gets hold and hand inside it. There are bad side to it. That's I will say. But Ivory Coast, now one of the major exporters of plantain at the world, one of the major exporters of cocoa, where they use for make chocolate and all that. So then they give them an advantage for do a whole lot of things. That's one. Two, then get leaders them we care about their country for push their country go before. Have they had challenges like Sierra Leone? Yes. Ivory Coast don't get how many coups, maybe 2 or 3 coups, you know, recently. Them get their own war where they be the feds. Now that Boake area, right, T-Boy?
Yeah.
So they had their own war as well. The reason we make they mention this, now for let people understand, we become quick follow, say, oh, now the war. Ivory Coast get a war. It may not have been as bad as ours, but they had a war. Then get coups, like Salon, yes, then say get coups then. But with power supply, the West African power pool come out from Ivory Coast way down to us. So imagine how many countries were there between we and Ivory Coast. We'll all get power supply from them first. That shows that something they're doing well that we are not doing correctly. Because it would have been the other way around. If we say we get we own boom boom, they work fine and other things there, we get power structure, infrastructure well. We forbid the supply power to Liberia, to Guinea and other places. But now we get for taken from them. So, and now we then at the last side. Now we can't be the last. Yeah, so say they reach down to we, now the Jebu now they get. Imagine by Jebu field now by the road. The way they under. Not to the dirty no more, they go full up the tank. So that's one. Ivory Coast, the money where then they use now the safer where now money where about 16 countries they use in Africa. So then they give them money weight compared to you. But they are making rules then care about improving their country. If somebody come out right now Salon, you go Ivory Coast or go walk. In life, they improve. In standard of living, they improve. Even if na menial job, you go do they. Waiting then they pay and they able for use that money they for help other people in Salon. It's not the same for us. So we should be asking ourselves question. T-Boys mentioned, say, we were referred to as the Athens of West Africa. Yeah. Ivory Coast, they say Petit Paris. But where are we today? Who's our Ivory Coast there today? Ivory Coast is up there, and we are just going down there. So it's sad. And if we talk and put them in the context of Ramadan, you might not even say Ivory Coast now a purely Islamic state. No, it's a secular state, just like Sierra Leone. Then get the biggest cathedral after the Vatican or whatever.
Yeah.
You're the biggest Catholic, what you call them, after the Vatican and Ivory Coast today. So they have a huge Christian population as well as a huge Muslim population. And the population big pass will so for feed all them people and it takes a lot. But they are doing something that we are not doing correctly. Waiting make a place like Ivory Coast, now there you go get African Development Bank, the head office, the headquarters, and beaucoup other institutions. Why not Sierra Leone? Because they have the infrastructure and we don't have it. So because of all that, it attracts so much foreign currency where they help for boost the local economy. Whereas we, the grab investors, we lost, they're not a favor investors, and we country they continue for good behavior. So if you say you want to bring me in, that's out in a general discussion.
All right, that's true. And when I go Ivory Coast, the first few food they were beginning to talk about now, aloko, asheken, aloko, asheken. You want to say, what's not this aloko? And the time I realized the aloko, na chopped plantain. Not like the way how we fry we own plantain anymore. Then they cut like a small chips. So that's I'm thinking, wow.
And they don't snack that one day. Like
now they don't snack. If they cut like a donut, it's not in the cut, then donut and small, so in the cut like. But I think Juma, what impressed me most now the road network infrastructure. It's what they both say. Former Dr. Nesco make road na salon. This not like a chicken and cheese, chalk and cheese. Because when you look at the road network where Ivory Coast, they still construct as I speak. We are far behind with what they boast for so still. Because inside the Abidjan itself, in certain areas where they call maybe the town center or the city, I can't even identify where it's exactly the city because any outside go look like city is not the center city. They have a minimum of 2 lanes. They can actually do about 80 to 100 miles an hour within the city road network. So basically, I'm looking at this place and thinking, wow, I don't see no reason why they call it so Petit Paris and it still stand. And then why they look at Wheel Salon, they call anthems of West Africa. That has gone down the drain, not even maintain the level of being called the anthems of West Africa anymore. That's not the thing where just like amazed me for understand, say, why aren't we making any progress in anything? We just sit down in the same position for the past 30, 40 years and much hasn't been done for lift we from that particular thing we make them be the call we anthems of West Africa. So when you look at the whole concept of how development strides and they happen inside West Africa, I think we still live far behind the block. Like you say, Ivory Coast, they supply with electricity. Look how far the chain is. Come out from Ivory Coast, you can't go Guinea, you go to Liberia, you go Gambia, then you reach Salone. It's far down the chain line, but they're able to supply with electricity. That is some of the amazing things. Just over to you, Juma.
Yeah, so you mentioned a few things here, so very interesting. You talk about road network. So remember, I talk about infrastructure.
Yeah.
Road is part of communication because you're able to go from one point to another in ease. You get agriculture. You want to make sure so you bring your food to market, you produce to market. So if people will buy. What they do? If the road network good, the price where they spend for bringing food, they go cheaper because you get more transportation going there, so there's competition. Okay? Once you get that, the price where they can at the market, it go cheaper compared to what you go pay in a country where not get good road because the potential for let the produce become perishable, it's high. Because sometimes Motska go broke down or Motska no go come. So by the time they don't call them farm, you know, when they don't harvest, till the thing they reach the market, but couldn't well. So they get for hike the price for make up for the lost one. So that's one example. Ivory Coast share border with 5 countries. 5. Okay? Guinea, Liberia, Mali, Burkina Faso, Ghana. 5 countries now they share border with. So you see what they don't do? When they improve the road network, they not they just get internal market, but they get external market as well. So it may travel for going to the other countries, then they easier. The people are waiting at the border towns of them countries, then they go able for go not just sell inside Ivory Coast, where we will sell out. Then they make other things as well, where other countries then good at, then go able for bring and come in, rather me go for go buy them out yonder, where I'll get for pay 2 or 3 times the price. Guinea today, for example, with currency don't go so bad that Guinea, where we use for go buy market from and cancel, now we're not able to do that. We're not able because you 1 million leons, where possibly will be worth, or you 500 and 600,000 leons will be worth 1 million Guinean franc or 1,200,000 Guinean franc. Right now, you 1 million leons worth 300,000 Guinean franc.
They didn't even take the leon safe now anyway.
Exactly. So then now they take another border side. If you go there, even within Cambia, somebody go rather say pay me in Guinean franc than you pay me in leons.
Yeah. I've experienced that.
Cambia border, na the border, Balamuya, Pamlap, Balamuya border, yanda. Somebody go rather let you pay them in Guinean franc than you pay them in leons. So Ivory Coast get that advantage the way they don't make their road network. We're able to bring goods come at a cheaper rate and export out, so they're able to boost their economy. Sierra Leone, we bordered by 2 countries. We population small, we country small. President Nkrumah then put emphasis on infrastructural development, road network, electricity, and all of that. The present government, when they were in opposition, they called it what? Cosmetic roads. They say they not care about that one day. If na road people and they eat, na light we they eat, and a Kuluatano will survive by. Right now, na salon, I talked to somebody today, say 3 days they not get lights in the area.
Yeah.
3 days. And this na posh area there, like the Aberdeen, for example. We go say this na posh area. Not so we will come eastern on my area. This na the posh area then. Lights not there for 3 days. So if you have your small business that you're running in Aberdeen, what do? You want for still up your business, get for light generator. Meaning say you get for buy fuel. We fuel don't go over 30,000 leons now. Or thereabouts. You understand me? So that what they make, the cost don't go up. Transportation, dear. You know, the post where they bring the markets come, like the rest, for example, they don't increase the price because tariff don't go up. Who that get for pay that price there? Now me and you, we get for go buy to them people then because then they into business or make profit, not for loss. So just making those little but important comparisons between the 2 countries then. Ivory Coast, when it comes to food, they have food. They are checking, oh, they perfect for copy. Right?
Yes, they do.
We want a guy who eats not to a chicken, a guy who goes soup now they eat. Not to a chicken. You don't go eat real a chicken. Which you laugh.
No, you're correct, but on a very serious note, to Sabi cook pasta and
I know they talk about Sabi cook. You Sabi cook, but you don't get the money for buy the ingredients. Then you become malnourished.
No, but you see, we have some good sides in our culture.
Oh, yeah,
it's just the fact that we don't take it seriously and we don't develop it to the next level.
Right.
I mean, the other amazing thing about Abidjan, everything works. Everything works, Juma.
So then waiting that we on good side compared to that. If everything works, but for us, everything's not a work.
Everything works in Abidjan. I didn't have me guest house or my apartment, and I was struggling to come out of the apartment because I wasn't too sure. I can't speak French, and I don't know the area that much. I didn't even know where I was. And I decided to say, today I dey buy acheke, but I need to come on do. So I go online and just Google restaurants near you. As I dey Google restaurant near me, like there 5, 6, or 7 restaurants that come up. I look at my location, who's I've been there, and then decide, say, well, okay, who's one day very close to me, I'm going to order acheke. I saw the dishes on the pictures, on the menu, and I decided for choose one and go straight. As I choose one, so it takes me straight to go to the restaurant itself online. And I'm like, whoa, okay, this is not a work. Well, I've hate this in a joke. In the space of 5 minutes, I've already placed an order. Then don't communicate with me, don't take me location, don't take all the details. And they ask me if I'm on WhatsApp. I'm like, yes, I think I am, but I don't know my Abidjan number, but I can give you my UK WhatsApp number. Before they realize for giving me UK WhatsApp number, they've already figured it out. They've sent me a message directly on my WhatsApp phone. I'm like, whoa. I did not even believe that it works. And I order the food and decide, they get options of payments, card, orange money, or cash. I'm like, okay. I don't have orange money. I'm not going to use my card. I'll pay cash. And then I begin wait. I say, how long is it going to take? This now, not so saying about French, are they talk now English? So what they were doing was translating my English to French and then communicate with me back in English. So it was so swift. And they said, your food will be ready in about 30 minutes. I said, okay. I waited 20, 25 minutes, and then I sent them a message. I haven't seen nothing yet. You said 30 minutes. I said, oh, don't worry, it's 5 minutes. We're going to prepare your food well, so don't worry, it will be there soon. Do you mind, in the space of 10 minutes, my food was ready, and the driver was on the way, and they've been calling me to say, oh, we didn't get your location properly. Where are you now? I was shocked. It works.
So,
and I believe, say, now, like when you're in London, normally you do Google restaurants near you. 30 they come up. I'm not even realizing the system they work still. I thought, okay, this one's not a fluke.
that's coming.
I was struggling to go to town for going to the media center. Insai, we all go meet and then we dispatch for going to the various different football grounds. Them. The guy where they take me around, it was too much for him because he would come out too far for can't pick me up, drive another hour and drop me at the media center, come back and pick me up. He said, look, you get for take Tango. I'm like, no, Yango. I'm like, what's in a Yango? It's not like a Uber. So you either take Yango or Uber. And I'm thinking, Yango or Uber? How? Don't worry. Download it on your app. You put in all your details. I did. And the first day I attempted for Takam, I wasn't even sure. I booked it online, put my location where I was going. I saved it as work, and I saved my home location as home. So I get the type number work. In space of 5 minutes, Yango is on his way. Juma, everything in Ivory Coast works, just like you're in Europe.
All right. So, boy.
Amazingly, I couldn't believe it works that effectively. Until you get to certain areas that you need your ID, they will just scan it. Well computerized. When I went to the media center at CAF, I only need to give them my name. And they said, you have your invitation letter? I said, yes, I've got it. I took it out on my phone, they scanned it. I waited for 5 minutes. My card was ready-made printed. Plastic seal like an ID. Everything in Ivory Coast so far that I've seen works like you're in Europe. And I think the process even was a bit faster because we were at the hospital at some point and the wait time was half an hour. UK wait time at A&E is 8 hours.
Minimum.
It's 8 hours minimum. So can you imagine? So if you did an kind place, then they you remember say you get country when name salon, you they just forgot you die because like a salon doesn't exist.
Right.
And then when people like they say salon are village inside Africa, people they don't understand what they mean by that. But it is just frustrating for like you understand, say you are in West Africa and you are experiencing everything that you might experience wherever you are in Europe.
Okay. So Tim, now
it is just not too far from where you are.
Before I come in and buttress some of the things, let me ask you one question. With your experience in Ivory Coast, okay, if I give you $1 million right now to say, I want you to go invest Sierra Leone or Ivory Coast, where would you invest?
I will run with that money. I go run with that money to go Ivory Coast because I get returns after my investment. I am very patriotic.
Right.
I am very passionate. I am a die-hearted Sierra Leonean to the core. But our system does not favor us. Our system doesn't work. The justice will not protect your money. The judiciary, within the justice, not going to protect your money. The political instability will not protect your investment. Even up to the people of Sierra Leone will not protect your investments. They rather just destroy your investment than actually protect it. And when you look at the rate at which investment is happening in Ivory Coast, the apartments are owned by people who lived in Europe, Juma. The apartments that they have in Ivory Coast are owned. That is where their diasporans invest their money. And it is not that much expensive. Their apartments that they have in Ivory Coast is a well, we don't even have a 5-star in Sierra Leone. Is Radisson Blue put together. Because at Radisson Blue, you might pay about $100 and something for the cheapest room a night. And you will not have 24 hours electricity, neither 24 hours AC, not that much comfort that you might expect to get for $100 and something a night. That's the cheapest room in Radisson Blue. Because I remember 2018, I was there for a couple of days, and I think that was how much we spent. So basically, in Abidjan, their apartment is roughly between $12 to $13 a day, the cheapest. And when I say the cheapest, $12 to $13 a day, it gives you all the basic amenities that you might need in a house. Light, water, AC, internet. Decent housing, cleaner comes in every other day. And when you go for $24 or $30 a day, this is not a night, a day in an apartment in Abidjan. Now, like a way they live now, some kind 3 or 4-star hotel in London. And it's even much better because you have an apartment, which means you have a room, you have a living room, you have a kitchen and toilet and bathroom all separately. So everything works there for them. And Salon, when we talk to one of the tourist guides, then we come doing the World Tourist Trade Center fair we then get now O2, he was like, we don't even have a 3 or 2-star. How can we accommodate tourism in Sierra Leone? So again, they don't encourage the diasporans them for invest. Like I say, if you give me 1 million, I'll go invest and my investment will be protected. I will not take it to Sierra Leone because $200,000 or $300,000 of that 1 million, they go first for bribe before they even accept my investment for being legit. And then sometimes some minister or some director or some board member or some kind of company go and forget a percentage of your investment. We're not even put 1 penny there. Where I can equally go take that money there, I buy 2 or 3 or 4 apartments in Ivory Coast. I guarantee you're leaving the hotel, the apartment today, somebody else is coming in the next day. You don't have no time to waste. Somebody else is coming in the next day as you're leaving. And also just for say this now because of the AFCON, but that has been a constant, regular occurrence because, like you say, Ivory Coast is influenced by Europe, as in the huge amount of Europeans. I've never seen a huge amount of Europeans in Ivory Coast like I've never seen before. Now, like you did, if you go to some part of Ivory Coast, you begin when also you did. You begin when I say, now Africa you did, because the amount of waste money we see, and they are all experts working. Some of them have businesses that they run there. Majority of the businesses, I would say 60 or 70% of those businesses in Ivory Coast are owned by Ivorians. Like when you go salon, you see all the Lebanese shop, then all the foreigners, then get in shop, the Nigerians, the Gambians, and whoever it is. It's not like that in Ivory Coast. It's totally different. So that's the kind of atmosphere you might want to invest your money. But it's a shame we can't do that in Sierra Leone. Sorry, Juma.
Add to the same thing. Abdel Kamara just supports your statement. He say Ivory Coast are properly structured, brother T-Boy. It has been like this the past 40 years. It's called Petit Paris. Abdel, we talked about that earlier. And again, this is about reality. And we are not saying this because we just want to put Sierra Leone down or to shame Sierra Leone. But we have to think big and be serious about improving our nation. Not for just come. Salon a day they see somebody buy one motor car. All man again call it Panama motor car. How can you have a whole country law that new restaurant? And the old man they fit for go take picture.
Can you imagine?
A whole country where other countries them you get past 500 laws. 500 similar to that. And maybe upper one them as well. Where some man not even member for go safe. You know,
see, sometimes it's just a shame. It's a shame. Now the country will offend yourself way. When you say self, you come out Sierra Leone, you look like, what, Sierra Leone? Oh, really? they are shocked because they know, some not even know self was like Sierra Leone anyway, to be honest. But you see, when you look at the structure of an institution that has been built with structure, it hardly make it go down. Now that's Ivory Coast they're able to maintain, and some of the francophone countries them in West Africa, they've been able to maintain that. People are saying, I haven't been to Senegal, but Senegal is equally at par with Ivory Coast. Equally at par with Ivory Coast. I haven't been there, but that is the comparison that they're making right now. The buses the way I see now, when they say government buses, them not so them put that kind of government buses are well technologically planned. They've got charging bases just like the buses in London. They get USB plugs. They have these are government buses. They have ACs.
Yeah, what can find safe na salon get?
They got no agree. When you look at the Waka Fine bus, the way they say the salon compared to the buses that we might get possibly in the Ivory Coast, we sometimes just they take number from one football grounds to the next to media center. Then small buses, then they will in the use. So Waka Fine bus not even reach the quality stuff. But again, like I say, I not see the Waka Fine bus yet, so I not going to make that kind of comparison there yet. But what I have seen,
you get television, all thing. You get you keep even
now provoke they provoke bar or you mean
I don't like that expensive. Inside the pool, you just make calls.
No, but you see, again, when you structure your establishment, it no matter which kind of establishment it be.
Right.
Can you imagine? Say, I left me phone, me iPhone. Hey, me iPhone 15. I left her inside Yango taxi. My phones are all silenced. They don't ring at all.
I mean you.
And I'm not able for no outside the taxi driver. They don't count on the taxi down. I realized I don't left my phone. We begin to track the phone, jump now one taxi, they track the phone inside the phone, they go, they see the phone online. But I dey constantly ring the phone. I cannot for saying I vibrate, no me get for vibrate. I ring the phone, tell me data first done, and me Ivory Coast phone what they use. I say, okay, this is not a problem. Fortunately, the driver, he read the phone, they vibrate. Now he pick the phone, he answer in French. And I say, thank God, the phone, they don't pick him up. So the driver say, oh yeah, you don't see the phone. You believe say the driver can leave the phone in about half an hour because he said if I do some journeys, the way done the journey, they can leave the phone. You know, ask me for dying. We ask and say how much you go cost. You know, like we get anything no more. You know, the phone number just bring her. If you give me $1,000 and say T-boy go salon, and you give me the same $1,000 and say T-boy go Ivory Coast, I will tell you why I will go to Ivory Coast than I go to Sierra Leone.
Why?
Because if you give me $1,000, say go salon for 1 week, and you give me the same $1,000, say go Ivory Coast for 1 week, I will have a better lifestyle in Ivory Coast for 1 week than I will have in Sierra Leone. For example, first, if I'm going to get this in salon for 1 week, now $700, the cheapest first, the cheapest, and that will be like a box room where you only take 5 steps, you then inside the bathroom, and then you take 7 steps, you then at the front door. That's Nagadis in blue, if you want for being comfort. And that same $100 day, I'll be able to spend them for 5 days in an apartment in Abidjan. If I choose for making $300 for that 1 week day, I will be in a possible penthouse for 1 week in Abidjan. Where sometimes I go get clean away, they can every day money for changing my bedding safe for me. Then the $700 will go left in me, if I say no more, I take taxi back and forth for all my journey till I come back for that 1 week day, I go spend $100 per day. Will I spend the same amount of money in Sierra Leone for take taxi back and forth? Because we take one taxi first for go salon back and forth. That's 300, 400,000 for hour.
Take from God reach to
exactly. And once a taxi, the taxi they charge you about 12,000 francs. That's not the most expensive one. If you go to Juma, where system they work is fine. You know why make I say so? Because they get peak time and off-peak time with the prices.
Yes, just like
with the prices. Not to say now fix rate to like for say go say from Eastern Police to Upgun at 2,000. No. If now money you book the taxi online, sometimes it cost you 2,000 francs. If now mid-afternoon, it go to then 80 or 100, 120 francs. It only happens when the system works.
It's all about planning, isn't it?
It's about planning.
We're not to magic.
And then we struggle for doing a salon. We're not to rocket science.
No,
Just
computerize the system. We are not struggling. We refuse. There's a difference. When you are attempting, but then you struggle because of you not get the technical capacity or other things, it's different from when you completely refuses to do it. You get somebody who serve as director of what you call them innovation, technology, and all of that, ended up being promoted as chief minister. 30 days, one thing not the way you innovate. Even government
innovate something, no. You don't cut in deadlocks to low cut.
All right.
That's innovation.
All right, I take that. So, but just for sure, you say they are not serious about doing anything for push the country.
Man, it is.
But they will tell you, say, this is a government will come for work, we will deliver. You know. But anyway, you know, so much there for talk about. But since I was saying our program what we do for the first time after a long time, let us see if we go round up. And this is Ramadan Temo as well. You know. Not funny at all. Tiboy get for gonna feel like just no, you know. So Tiboy, let's try round up. We not aim for make comparison between Sierra Leone and Ivory Coast, but we have to put it there because Tiboy don't get the experience. He knows now. I don't see they talk from a position of authority, and so far we not see nobody come out it and disagree with some of the statements. Abdel Karim obviously don't endorse most of that because saying family then said he live there. and then Canada. I don't know if na UK they also. They say in family go visit and they run for go back. We call them visit and they still go side and they on a salon.
No, it's true, Juma. If you live in Ivory Coast and you have a 9 to 5, you don't go and live anywhere in the world.
Right. So
because you're pretty much you're like not like in Europe.
I know. Anyway, so
I know somebody where they say go Ivory Coast for the first time. I think I pass it with the pass, but he passed Ivory Coast. He said, "Hey, you, we manage Europe in arts for no." So Europe nice. Then they say run Ivory Coast to the not Europe.
We don't know Ethiopian. And we country there's so much potential. The country gets so much advantage. We can do so much better, but we just refusing to do what is right. We're just refusing to do what is right. It's sad. Well, anyway, let's get round up, and then we go next week. Hopefully, we'll handle some other things then because of this Kush business. We'll try to talk about hopefully next week. And there's another thing, T-Boy, we need for let we do a whole program on, and possibly we'll need to get guests to talk about. It's been something that I've been observing for a long period of time. And you don't bring and come up apartments, places for rent and stuff like that. I see people post, place them for rent in a salon, or place them for sale or land for sale. I can wonder if them people are they crazy, or they not just get clue, or then they live in a la land. The kind of money they they call for some kind dirty place. We then go tell you, say, why women pay $1,000 a month or $1,500 a month. Honestly. So I want us to actually research that a little bit more and hopefully get certain people, expert, then we get idea in real estate or can begin to do. We need to open that conversation there. It may not be next week, but it's something that I want us to discuss here.
I think that is very important. Looking at the infrastructural development in a very different countries and where they attract tourism, example Gambia. I have friends who lived in Gambia that will not even then go pay for their apartment for 3 years in advance. Who does that in Sierra Leone? That lives in the UK, that have a 9 to 5. Practically impossible. Because when you look at house rents in Gambia, sometimes it will cost you $1,000, $1,500 to $2,000. That's now a massive big also. We get like a 4 or 5 bedroom. And it protected as well. So if you look at the kind of infrastructural development in the like what they make reference to Abidjan, so where I say possibly all the apartments are owned by people from the diaspora, or majority of the one they will see, they have a whole managerial structure that runs those apartments. And then the apartment need to go dry. The cheapest would be like $12, and that is possibly in an environment or in a community that is not secured or where they're not going to deem like safe. And the second thing back, Juma, is only in Abidjan that I saw a huge area, say for example, Douazak, is a gated community. Can you imagine? A gated community we get possibly 10 or 15 streets across is fence. A massive big area is a gated community. You enter the gates, the main gate is locked. Then the whole area we go turn sometimes maybe like a stadium or bigger than stadium, the whole circumference of stadium, where you go by side streets, you go by the Baingon, you go by YWCA, all that area there go be a gated community. We get one entrance and few more other entrance on the side towards them. And not for saying a rocket science, so secured apartments. And there's a specific area where they call something the Wilkinson Road or Spore Road. And those are the expensive areas in Abidjan. Some of the guy who I work out with, he vexed for me. I said, why they vex? He said, Sylvester, everything we buy, he said, cheap. He said, because you come to London. I said, no. And they make comparison with what they spend in Ivory Coast with what they go spend in salon. It's cheap. And you're saying it's not cheap, it's expensive. No, it isn't. Because if I take 100 pounds, I change them in Ivory Coast, I'm not able for eat 100 pounds in Ivory Coast inside 1 or 2 days or 3 or 4 days.
Salon.
Well, buy one portion I check out, eat it for 2 days because it boku tete. So these are some of the differences when you mention the housing thing or estates investments in Sierra Leone. If not that self, people embark on self and make the rent affordable so you get constant client the way they come in and stay for like days or a week or 2 days or 3 days or 1 month. Because I stayed in Abidjan for 1 month and not spending each 600 or 700 pounds on apartments. Then all the other extras then always until you will spend on things will be like maybe I would say the budget was as big as it is, but I will not survive with that budget in Sierra Leone for 1 month. It's not possible. It's definitely not possible.
You for call for reinforcement.
Oh yeah, sure. I will get for causing me man. Top up no.
Yes.
And the bad data it left. And the guy then they asked me, say, how much debt? And the debt how they buy something like 10,000 francs. Then they said, like, say, that is a lot. I'm like, no. Salon they buy 500,000 top up. You didn't tell me say 10,000 about Kubodi. What did you talk? And they spend 1 million for top up that salon.
You know they use them for 2 hours, you don't know.
Can you imagine? I top up my phone possibly twice for the whole period of time I stayed there for. And that said, the top up no don't know. I just don't want to make it just go down no more to any level. Because I did take on stream, I take on phone, I did take on the whole thing. So can you imagine if we have a structure, like you say, if we bring come a program for deal with real estate or apartments development in Sierra Leone, it will be interesting to see the people where they come on board because the houses that we may see for rent na salon and the area where the house then they water no go there, lights no go there, then go tell you say everything there. The way each time you realize say the pump no they run.
Light no dey, water no dey, road no dey.
Good no dey. So how you go leave that inside in there? Then you go put an OT $5,000 for a month. Or $10,000 for the year, or $25,000.
They say $45,000 a year.
$45,000 for a year. I know what I can go build pan body one time. Hey, I go just cash now my family owes for 6 months. I take and knock me own pan body. $45,000 for what in? For 1 year rent na host na salon. I think na palace. But these are some of the things. So you gotta left that house there rotting. Then you rent some affordably lay people able for come and live there and commodity. And if you say regularly they make that money, you will make the money. But we're just too mean and greedy and fit to say, oh, they can't do property business. Look how the property business and in a salon, how it is. How many people are renting houses? They make all man, they go afford for bill in your small pan body or bill in your small house because the rent is ridiculously high. Yeah. How you gonna expect somebody for pay 50 or 100 million for 1 year rent? Now a 2-bedroom house where you go take that money there, you buy land, it begin with. That's why everybody have houses in Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
Because if you can afford 100 million,
then you get the communities on plan because I know the patients for which they can plan it.
Exactly.
I know some parents they are going to do.
You parents again say you die. So they make all man they run for builders as alone because 100 million go possibly build for you some flat ways until you go believe why should they build the backyard? You go down buy the land. Okay, let's build the backyard first. This 100 million, I go to build block small the inside it. Inside 1 year, 2 years, I go down build my house done. Then I go to effect now for build the big one. That's how people manage their life because the rent is ridiculously too high and it's not affordable. How many NGOs there within a salon?
That's the bottom line. It is not realistic. But like
realistic.
Then we left down there for another program, low round up today on, and then take on from there. So it's good to be back, and thanks for sharing your experience. The other part of the experience they will not share, but Temgo Kawo will share. T-Boy got involved in a major accident while in Ivory.
Oh yeah.
But we'll share that later. Thank God he came back alive and well.
Yeah.
and we're happy to have him back. So, but what are you last word rounding up words for
Well, I
today?
don't want to say thank you to viewers for giving us your time for the shortest period of time we don't do program for. This is not the first to don't do program for exact 1.5 hours. Because I bring this specifically for time we. This is not the first to don't do program. It lasts for at least 1.5 hours. And the reason being, now we knew time at this. So the amount of time what they twist them will determine whether I don't do 1 or 2 hours. But I just don't turn them around for the second time. So don't do 1 hour and some minutes. This is not the time lapse sound. So basically, I want to say thank you to viewers for giving up your time for watching me tonight. And I really say we appreciate the fact say you guys are here sitting down and listening to crap and boku boku talk. But look, not forget say without you guys we'll not be here. But at the same time, we go apologize again once more for make we go try for make we become regular as we used to over the past couple of years. We are not running away from politics. We are not running away from no one. We are not running away from anything. We say we're not gonna say what they afraid. But there are just times when the commitments of things they really on the sideline of what they do, they overpass what you want for can do for going a regular contribution for how they go inside the republic. But the lamp don't start. Something after the lamp go also starts back anytime soon. We try for make sure say the platform is well engaged. So even if we are not see we on how they go, we're not able for see we on subsequent more other programs then. So in the meantime, I want to say thank you once more for all your patience. Thank you once more for all your meaningful contribution over the past couple of years as you guys have been joining us every evening. And we'll continue for January and continue for follow your pages them and like we stories and possibly subscribe to the YouTube page. Without that, we'll not be doing what we are doing. And don't forget, the lamp is on every week with a new pressing on the platform, and the lamp specifically now for throw lights for make people for learn and make progress in some of the things they want to do. So if you are out there and you have any serious concerns about what thing that happen within your community or within yourself or within the thing where you do and you want to share that experience there, please give us a call, send us a message on our messenger or on our contacts, and we'll be able for get you on board the lamp and other subsequent programs they will try for bringing to the platform. So thank you once more, and look, not forget say this is Ramadan. Let's be as friendly, as helpful, as godly as possibly as we can. Each and every one way they are, where they fast, we know they fast, the amount of time we they spend or share with anybody with it around you, that's not the blessing of Ramadan we will go to you and your family. And for the one they hold on lost within the shortest period of time, especially for me on very close body when Madiana may have soul rest in peace. We will continue for going any updates. If there's going to be any updates in funeral arrangements, we will make sure so we know. But again, it's a sad day for losing a loved one within our community. Let God protect we with all left, and let God give them Aljana, the one day we don't go, and may God continue for put we together, and let we live in harmony within our London and UK community, and let we will for be our what you can say our neighbor's keeper.
Brother's keeper.
Yeah, thank you very much once more. Over to you, Juma.
Thank you so much, T-Boy, and to our viewers, we want to say thank you. We appreciate you as always. We do encourage you now for subscribe to the CRGM media platforms, both on Facebook and YouTube. So you'll be opportune to get notification when we are doing our exclusive programs. And we'll be here again with you soon on another edition of How They Go Inside the Republic, and definitely weekly on the lamp. Yes, T-Boy?
I also want to just highlight, say the lamp is a podcast program. So basically, the podcast is on our website, www.sierragmedia.org. Now, the last item on the menu, and we only have, with the test time and see how they run, but we'll begin for upload all the podcasts they will don't do over the past couple of days on the lamp. The lamp is a podcast program anyway. We get video and audio version. And we also don't become a little bit active on our TikTok page as well. So don't forget to subscribe or follow us on TikTok. I just want to highlight those few things.
TikTok don't become controversial in the US, so that's a story for another day. But again, I just
controversy sells. Now, I never get problem than the.
Yes, I just want to join T-Boy to say Ramadan Mubarak once more, and Ramadan Kareem to every Muslim, we fan supporters and around the world, and for the Christian brethren, we want for say happy Lent, if they can say that, or we hope say the spirit of Lenten season will benefit we all. On behalf of the CIGM media team, we want to say preach love, show love, share love. Until next week, tata.